purchased new digital camera? Want to take better photos with your camera? Well, we all know that photography is exciting hobbies that everybody wants to pick up. But it is not as easy as you think. As a beginner, you have to learn some basic photography tips and tutorial before you start to shoot photos. So, what are those tips, tricks or tutorials? Well, here in this video we are going to disclose some helpful tips and tutorials that you must follow as beginner photographer. Tip number 1, exposure. These days most of the camera comes with exposure compensation button or an option in menu which is always displayed with a plus and minus symbol. So, when you take photos in too much of brightness, then slide the exposure compensation button to minus. And when you take photos in shadow, then slide the exposure compensation button to plus. Just play and take several photos with these things, until you get the ideas. Just take a look of some example. Tip number 2, light. For this you have to find out the situation, and the best situation for this is golden hour, the time just after sunrise and time before sunset. But why golden hour? Because this is the time that creates superb shadows. The interplay between dark and bright areas is known as contrast, and this will bring perfection to your photos. So, at golden hour, take several photos and you will see the changes how quickly light improve your photos. Just take a look of some example. Tip number 3, perspective. Normally, we used to see world between 5 to 6 feet off the ground. But there are several perspectives through which you can see world around you. Experimenting things can bring up lots of beauty to your digital photography. Just take photos with different angles and perspectives. Take shots from below, from above, from left, from right and so on. Just take a look of some example. Tip number 4, focus. While taking photos, you have to keep one important thing in your mind, that you have to focus on your subject, so that details are crisp. Most of the camera comes with physical shutter button that help you to capture in focus photo. Tip number 5, composition. Composition consists of 3 things: what you want to keep in frame, what you want to leave, and where you want to put things in the frame. As a beginner, we used to keep subject in center, but it becomes boring. In photography, there is method known as rule of third that you can apply. So, those were my 5 basic photography tips and tutorial for beginners. I hope something in there is useful for you. If you have liked this, then feel free to subscribe my channel and don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, G+.